good charity, bad interest. Quran, chapter 2, verses 261 to 281. These verses outline a moral economic system that's rooted in compassion, generosity, and financial justice. Giving in this context isn't just a transaction. It's seen as a means of spiritual growth and a protection from future regret. The verses provide extensive guidance on the principles of charity, known as Sadaqah, and the prohibition of usury, or Riba. There's a strong emphasis on sincerity, the immense reward for good deeds, and of course, clear warnings against exploitation. So let's begin with our supplications. I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. The example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like that of a grain of corn that sprouts 7 ears, and in every ear there are 100 grains. Thus Allah multiplies the action of whomsoever He wills. Allah is bountiful, all-knowing. Those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah and do not follow up their spending by stressing their benevolence and causing hurt will find their reward secure with their Lord. They have no cause for fear and grief. To speak a kind word and to forgive people's faults is better than charity followed by hurt. Allah is all-sufficient, all-forbearing. Believers, do not nullify your acts of charity by stressing your benevolence and causing hurt, as does he who spends his wealth only to be seen by people and does not believe in Allah and the last day. The example of his spending is that of a rock with a thin coating of earth upon it. When a heavy rain smites it, the earth is washed away, leaving the rock bare. Such people derive no gain from their acts of charity. Allah does not set the deniers of the truth on the right way. The example of those who spend their wealth single-mindedly to please Allah is that of a garden on a high ground. If a heavy rain smites it, it brings forth its fruits twofold. And if there is no heavy rain, even a light shower suffices it. Allah sees all that you do. Would any of you desire that he should have a garden of palms and vines with rivers flowing beneath it, a garden in which he has every manner of fruit, and that it should then be struck by a fiery whirlwind and be utterly burnt down at a time when old age has overtaken him, and his offspring are still too small to look after their affairs? Thus does Allah make his teachings clear to you, that you may reflect. Believers, spend in the way of Allah, out of the good things you have earned, and out of what we have produced for you from the earth, and choose not for your spending the bad things such as you yourselves would not accept or accept, only by overlooking its defects. Know well that Allah is all-munificent, most praiseworthy. Satan frightens you with poverty and bids you to commit indecency, whereas Allah promises you his forgiveness and bounty. Allah is munificent, all-knowing. He grants wisdom to those whom he wills, and whoever is granted wisdom has indeed been granted much good. Yet none except people of understanding take heed. Allah knows whatever you spend or whatever you vow to spend. The wrongdoers have none to succor them. If you dispense your charity publicly, it is well. But if you conceal it and pay it to the needy in secret, it will be even better for you. This will atone for several of your misdeeds. Allah is well aware of all that you do. You are not responsible for setting these people on the right way. Allah sets on the right way whomsoever he wills. Whatever wealth you spend in charity is to your own benefit, for you spend merely to please Allah. So, whatever you spend in charity will be repaid to you in full, and you shall not be wronged. Those needy ones who are wholly wrapped up in the cause of Allah and who are hindered from moving about the earth in search of their livelihood, especially deserve help. He who is unaware of their circumstances supposes them to be wealthy because of their dignified bearing, but you will know them by their countenance, although they do not go about begging of people with importunity. Whatever wealth you spend on helping them, Allah will know of it. Those who spend their wealth by night and by day, secretly and publicly, will find that their reward is secure with their Lord, and that there is no reason for them to entertain any fear or grief. As for those who devour interest, they behave as the one whom Satan has confounded with his touch. Seized in this state, they say, buying and selling is but a kind of interest, even though Allah has made buying and selling lawful and interest unlawful. Hence, he who receives this admonition from his Lord and then gives up dealing in interest may keep his previous gains, and it will be for Allah to judge him. As for those who revert to it, they are the people of the fire, and in it shall they abide. Allah deprives interest of all blessing, whereas He blesses charity with growth. Allah loves none who is ungrateful and persists in sin. Truly, the reward of those who believe and do righteous deeds and establish prayer and pay zakah is with their Lord. They have no reason to entertain any fear or grief. Believers, have fear of Allah and give up all outstanding interest if you do truly believe. But if you fail to do so, then be warned of war from Allah and His Messenger. If you repent even now, you have the right of the return of your capital. Neither will you do wrong, nor will you be wronged. But if the debtor is in straitened circumstance, let him have respite until the time of ease. And whatever you remit by way of charity is better for you, if only you know. And have fear of the day when you shall return to Allah, and every human being shall be fully repaid for whatever, good or evil, he has done, and none shall be wronged.